Hey guys, what's up? Today we will be watching I Was Raised by Furries by True Stories. Apparently this is a really dumb video that doesn't actually exist.
Hey, my name's Toby.
Oh. He's doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, I won't do it, but look at that. He's got his hand on his heart.
And I had a bit of an
I am a
alternative
total
upbringing.
American.
My therapist said sharing my story would help with my recovery, so here goes. I grew up on my parents' remote rural farm. The nearest town only had a gas station, post office, and an all-items trading shack. That's
So
where my
you're
pa
poor.
traded the beets, carrots, and corn we grew for cash and other supplies.
Look at that torn. And what are all those other things like milk cartons, the little green Brit things, other Brits, some some containers of I don't know, like some sort of drug.
My parents were different, only I never knew, until I was
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Here's timing for the big surprise that we didn't all notice straight from the thumbnail.
Much older. From birth, I only knew them as dogs.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
You see, my parents were
Oh, that's a horrifying persona.
dog suits 24/7. Giant fluff
Oh, that's another horrifying persona.
dog costumes that
Actually,
covered
this one's a little better. You know, it's like orange, black and white. You know, I kind of like it, but it's not that good.
their entire bodies
It's
and
not
faces.
amazing.
I never saw them.
I mean, look at the mom's is clearly worse. Now I've already seen this one, and I just noticed they're disgusting feet. What are those, penguin feet?
Without fur. And they
Maybe they're
didn't do
just
things by
from
halves.
the costume.
So I had my own dog suit with
Oh,
black and red
oh,
fur.
tho-
And these
those
big
those eyes and those ears. You look like a those ears look like hair. They look like the hair of a Catholic priest.
wide ears. As far as I knew, we were just an ordinary little pack of dogs. Actually, one of my earliest memories is of my ma on all fours in the bathroom
That doesn't look like she's on all fours, actually.
saying, "You must never let anyone see your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on Sundays to bathe." There were
What was that? You must never take off your fursuit. Only take off your skins. You must never show anyone your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on some days.
no mirrors in the house, so the only time
Wait, seriously? There's literally just a mirror right there.
I ever really saw my own full skin face was in the blurry, rippled reflection in the bathwater. It was a sorry sight, bald and pale. My dog face was much more handsome. Anyway, Ma
You're saying that abomination was more handsome than you, Toby? Really?
and Pa told me it was illegal to go around in just skin suits. They made a point of drilling into me that we
Welcome to the Dulad.
would be put down if anyone ever saw us without our fursuits. Of course, that horrified me, to the point where I had never even left the farm boundaries.
Coward.
Paul was the only one allowed into town to do his trades. In the whole 15 years of my existence, I had never seen anyone other than my own dog parents.
Just watching
Naturally, I was homeschooled. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Paul basically just taught me dog mannerisms, like how to dig up beets
Okay,
and
that's
pee
pretty
outside against a tree, out of an opening in my suit.
How do you pee in a fursuit? Oh, let me comment that in. Oh, I can see their knees right there. Their knees are touching the floor. You know, you could just put your knees up. I know it feels weird, but trust me, it'll make people think that you're an actual dog.
As I grew, Mom sewed me bigger and bigger suits.
But if you saw this out your window, just like a furry sewing a fursuit.
With more fur and larger features. Every now and then, I'd finish my weekly bath and find a new suit
He's
laid
got a
out beside
literal.
my
He's got a literal dog bed right there.
bed. Some nights, I'd be lying in my bed and would hear
You
weird
can see that little rope right there. What's that for? Tying him up?
howling noises coming from my parents' room. But I was a little afraid of Pa, so I never dared to ask about it.
Yeah, you know, if you come in there, they might wrap you up with that rope.
I just put my paws over my ears and try to sleep. To me, it was normal. But everything changed the day there was an unexpected knock on the front door. I started barking like mad, while Ma and Pa frantically ran around the house. Suddenly, a face appeared at the window.
Look at that guy. He's just staring right through them like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Through a gap where one of the old boards had fallen off, I saw eyes staring at me, and a strange skin face. It was kind of like the reflection I'd seen in the bath.
You know what that's called? It's called a normal person. You idiot, that's what you are. You just think you're a dog.
But at the same time, completely foreign. Without warning, bright flashes of light burst through the hole and lit up the room.
Let's go.
I yelped in shock, sensing we were in danger, but not knowing why or what it was. Defensively, I stood up on my hind legs and pawed at the gap.
Wait.
Hind legs and pawed at the gap. Pa pushed me out of the way and shouted in a deep, booming voice, "You are trespassing! You need to leave now!"
That's such a deep voice.
The light disappeared, and I heard the sound of footsteps running off into the distance. I was so confused. Ma explained that it was a man, and we couldn't let him near us because he didn't have his fursuit on.
You can.
The next day, our house was raided. The door was kicked down, and more men,
FBI open up.
with smooth, furless suits and naked skin faces, swarmed the property. Before I knew it, I was pulled away from my parents and dragged into a waiting car.
What is his reaction to that?
Separated from them for the first time in my life. I was in sensory over.
Oh, this is my sleep paralysis demon. Look at that. He's got like all the white parts are green. And his eyes are just staring right at you like they're about to do something unwise to you.
Load. Half of me was convinced I was about to die, while the other half of me thought I was in some kind of surreal dream.
You are. Look at this image.
I was taken to a place where they kept trying to take off my fursuit. I lashed out and tried to bite them,
Good.
not understanding that they were just medics, wanting to check me over. That was 4 years ago. Apparently, the face at the window that day was a man from the land surveyor's office. He was on a routine visit, but instead took photos and notified the authorities of my living conditions.
You know,
My parents were
probably like an influencer, just taking some photos, posting them on Instagram or something.
charged, and I ended up being placed into foster care.
Going to furry prison.
It's been tough adjusting to what everyone else calls normal life. I've had to learn to read and write a bit,
this monstrosity.
and really miss the comfort and warmth of my fursuit.
I mean, look at these other videos right here.
Hi, I'm Janelle,
fuck.
and haters will say this is fake. But
Oh, and haters who say
Hey,
this is fake.
What's going on,
Look at
guys?
these other ones.
Hey,
It's been years. It's been years, Toby. We haven't seen you in years. We are your parents, Lola Bunny and Bugs Bunny.
I've had to learn to read and write a bit, and really miss the comfort and warmth of my fursuit. It was a big part of my identity.
Where's the part I was at?
Before I knew it, I was pulled away.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna end it there. I didn't check the date of it. August 24, 2020. That was before I became a YouTuber. In this true story animation, Toby talks about what life was like being raised by furries. Story with us. Make a reaction video to the story time. Animation. True Stories is a small town farm from Alabama that creates small substantial and animated stories.
He was convinced I was about to die, ending that they were just medics from the land surveyor's office. He was on a routine visit, life, to notify the authorities of my living conditions. My parents were charged, and I ended up being placed into foster care. It's been tough adjusting to what everyone else calls normal life. I've had to learn to read and write a bit, and really miss the comfort and warmth of my fursuit. It was a big part of my identity.
All right, that's where we're gonna end it here. Anyways, everyone, goodbye. Subscribe.